Hi, welcome everybody to today's video. Now today's video is going to be maybe a little bit longer than normal. Something I wanted to talk about for a few days now. I've been leading down this path in my own personal life, and it's sort of what I want to talk about is learning how to slow your process down enough so that you can significantly pay attention to the smaller, more insignificant things, or things that you might deem to be insignificant. So the first part is in slowing your process down. Now, anybody can sit there and tell you, to meditate and get quiet time and get your quiet space and all of that. And those things have their purposes. Don't worry about that. However, one method that will get you to slow your process down that not a lot of people really talk about is overt exercise. Okay? Whether it be just getting in your sauna like I used to do and just dance for an hour at a time. It's a pretty large sauna, so there's enough room in there for me to move around pretty well. You could do that. You can, get in, obviously, a good run, a good walk. A significant exercise session is another way to slow your processes down, because we all know those endorphins kick in, and we're going to get that high, okay, but then later on we're just going to kind of be feeling chill and relaxed. And many times that also can lead to you don't need as many libations at night to kind of come down from your day. So that's another benefit to that. Now, in terms of using that to slow your process down, and what I mean by slowing your process down, when you've expended that energy, whether it be physical or whether it be something creative as well, like I know for me, as a personal example, especially when I do my hockey videos, I'm watching the game, I'm emotionally invested in the game, I'm doing prep work and video work before the game, and I'm doing stuff during the game. I record segments after each period, and then I record segments after the game, and I upload and record. And invariably, when I'm done, I am spent. I am absolutely spent. And so what happens is, if somebody brings something to my attention, I don't have that boom. I don't have that trigger reaction where I'm just like, no, yes, no, yes. So that slows my process down just enough to where I kind of can think about things. And I can kind of get in my head just a little bit and think about what has happened to me over the course of the last day, the last few days, that might help me answer that question. And here's what I mean by that. We all have those people, whether it be social media or in our personal life, that seem to have an attachment to us that we don't share. Okay? Whether it's somebody on Facebook who tags you to things and you don't really know why, or somebody that interacts with you and responds to all of your posts, and you don't really resonate with that person, you're not really sure what their interest in you is. However, you resonate with them for whatever reason. And I have found so many times in my personal life where what those people are saying to me, or maybe a post that they're tagging me to or something, where my initial response is, okay, we've all been there, right? We all have our cliques, and this person kind of seems to be outside the clique, and you can't quite figure out what it is, that resonates, about you with them. And so I have found so many times, though, that whether it be through a comment or something that they tag you to or something that they say to you in person, is the answer to a question that is coming. Okay? So as an example, you might have somebody tag you to a meme that illustrates something about being truthful with yourself and needing to do the hard work or something similar like that. And you just kind of scroll past me like, yeah, I don't really want to hear that right now. I just leave me the hell alone. And then maybe, the next day, somebody who's important to you, that you really value their opinion, will bring something like that to your attention. And one of two things is going to happen. You're either in a mode where you're just hyper-focused on yourself and you're not paying attention, and you're probably going to snap at that person because you don't really want to hear that message. Or, if you've slowed down your process just enough, you can then slow it down enough to where you're thinking back and you're going, wait a minute, wait a second. I've heard this sort of message from 3 other people in the last week. Maybe there's something to it. Crap. Now I got to listen. So, you know, it is extremely difficult though to do, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. It is something where when you catch yourself doing it, when you catch yourself focused in that much, you're almost like, wow, now I see how easy my life could be if I just was focused and not just in my intermediate now. Because what the universe is doing, what Spirit is doing, is it's leaving you breadcrumbs along the way, okay? It's going to give you clues, not just to make it obvious what you should have done in the past, but what you should do in the future. And so when these things come up, when these issues come up, and you've got questions and you're kind of wondering which way you're going to turn, or what decision you're going to make, or what you're going to do, sometimes you need to look outside your clique. You need to look outside your circle of friends, and maybe look at the things that the people that you don't really think resonate with you all that much. What have they said to you? Because what I think the mechanism there, I think there's 2 mechanisms there. I think number 1, I think the universe is working through them, because you're not going to place that much importance immediately on what that person says, because they're really not, you know, somebody that resonates with you. So you just kind of fluff it off. But when the issue keeps coming up, because you're not emotionally invested and emotionally attached to that person's opinion of what you should or should not do, it's going to be easier to hear if you're listening. It's going to be easier to hear what they've said, because you're not going to get emotional about it. It's almost like hearing it from a neutral third party. So it's important that when somebody is coming from the outside, somebody new shows up, and it really seems as though they want your attention, or they want you to hear something, or they're trying to deliver a message to you, it's important not to just say, oh, well, they're not really part of my group. Okay, you know, I'm not really going to hear what they have to say. It's okay not to become emotionally invested in what they say immediately, as you know, maybe you would with a family member or a friend, but don't discount them entirely, because many times those are the people that the universe is trying to bring into your life or bring into your view, so that you get a more rounded opinion of yourself, because they're seeing you, obviously they see you from a completely different space than you see yourself. Because if you don't resonate, you know, if they don't resonate with you, and you're not really crazy about them, but they feel differently about you, then they clearly see something different in you than you see in yourself, and obviously than you see in them. So I significantly recommend that. I really think that the universe brings those situations into our lives so that we can look back and realize, I've been kind of hearing this for about a week now, but I haven't been listening because it was just so-and-so said it, or just so-and-so said it. But when you look forward, you realize that they're just standing there giving you the answers, but it's just not coming across as harsh, because you're not being hurt. You're not emotionally invested in what they're saying. So it's important that if you have questions, burning questions that you don't really know the answers to, or decisions that you need to make, look outside your friends and family. Look outside your trusted circle, because it may just be somebody that trusts you, and they're giving you a piece of advice. They're giving you a piece of information, and it may be just the fact that they trust you, and they're going to be the one to help you have the answer and help you move forward. So, all right, that was the message for today. I want to thank everybody who has been watching. Don't forget, the website is up. The links are in the description. It's themanifestingmedium.com. We are running a $25 special where you can ask up to 3 questions on the same subject, and I will sit at night and channel the answers for you, and Karen will deliver a written report to you within 3 days. We've done a few of them now. I thoroughly am enjoying it, and I hope to get more. It's something that I really enjoy doing, and so far the results have really been significant. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next video.